Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Single.
Operating from the gun, Costello. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Bears take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go. 18, Gator. Check. Watch the default. X3. 218, chopper. Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Eluding the pressure right. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill, and defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Rock it. Go.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
10-2 stop. Hey, exit.
I'm coming for you. 58, come on. 58, come on. You.
Looking to throw on second down. Costello got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw on second down. Winters. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Chicago. Marquise Goodwin, 76 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from the wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10, touchdown Steelers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You ain't doing nothing today. Ready?
First down, a run with Cohen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Noah Spence in on the stop.
Second and 10 at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
Go! 44.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Good job.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
That's the end of the
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Bears 7.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Yep. 5.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Go. Get it.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Joseph now to have the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Second and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Looking to throw on second down. Costello. And this one's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Costello. Huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Now Cohen. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen, touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Boswell good with the extra point. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. On 1st down, Winters gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, Cohen. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Go!
Motion. He's checking.
80 weapon.
Crash.
Hey, zoom.
Looking to throw. Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Back to throw. Costello, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
60 outlaw.
They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Go to 15, run. 15
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 3.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch that in, tight end right. Tight end.
X3, 218, chop.
Throwing again. Costello. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Looking to throw. Costello. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Back to the air on 2nd down. Costello. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. third down. Winters. Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Marquise Goodwin, as the first half is winding down, as the Bears push further out in front. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. This is Cohen. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Look at me. Zipper.
On 2nd down, Montgomery trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he's got this down to the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Winters. This is caught by Robinson. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Looking to throw. Winters. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or two short. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. They'll run on first down. Edwards. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. To throw on second down. Costello. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Costello. Over the middle, complete. That's Black. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And now this throw complete to Washington. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Winters. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
Steelers 29.
Joseph now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated, the front and the back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Hey, team six.
Throwing on third and long. Costello. And almost intercepted. That would have been his third pick in this game alone. Instead, fourth down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
To Juju Smith-Schuster. A gain of 22 yards. And the Steelers.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Off-play action. Costello. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. This third down just got even more difficult. Third down and 15 after the false start.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Costello is going to fire one deep. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. From the gun, Costello. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 3 yards out. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And the touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. His throw incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with Samuels. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw. Costello. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Back to throw. Costello. Throw left side complete. It's Black. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Looking to throw. Costello. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
On second down, Samuels. And some strong running. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
You draw quarter.
Safety creek.
And it's 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Howard.
Costello's pass.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. On 1st and 10, Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Roquan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Back to throw. Costello, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. On 4th down, Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the curls. Check it out, read.
Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Man open, it's Goodwin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.